We are back now with Jasper Schuringa. Jasper, one of the things that occurs to me is I think everybody wonders what they would do in a situation such as you faced. Would they sit in their seat because they were too frightened? Did any of that go through your head? Or did you think this guy may be in trouble? Or what was going through your head when you did this?
Well, first, you have no clue what's actually happening. First, it was just bang, and you're trying to look around, like, where's this bang coming from? And it took like a couple of seconds before somebody started to scream, fire, fire. And so we looked to the left, and then we saw this person sitting in the seat all the way at the left side of the aisle. And he was in fire, and a normal person would stand up, and he wasn't standing up. So then I knew this guy is trying to do something. So yeah, I directly knew, this is a bomb attack.
Were you ever afraid, or you just went over?
Right, really, well, I think at that, like at the moment like that, there's so much going on in your mind that you're not afraid. You just don't think and just jump, and yeah, it's just a reaction. And
when you got to the suspect, what was he doing? Did he say anything? Did he do anything?
Well, he was still sitting, and he was getting on fire, and he was still holding the device, the bomb, right now, and he was still holding it in his hands, and I had to like rip the bomb out of his hands, and I remember him looking at me, staring at me, and he was just being afraid, and it was just a very weird situation.
So he seemed afraid as you were going after him.
He seemed like he seemed afraid, and he was not easily letting go of the bomb. No.
Do you close your eyes at night and revisit that moment?
Not yet.
Not yet. So you've been pretty peaceful since then.
Luckily I've been peaceful so far. So and I hope I will keep it like that. No.
Well, it is an amazing story. I know there are a lot of people awfully happy you were there. Jasper Schuringa, we really appreciate your being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Another Flight 253 passenger and witness to the terror is going to join us next. You are watching Larry King Live. Going into this break, I misinformed you. Actually, Jasper Schuringa stays with us now for this segment to tell us more about what happened on that flight. He is joined by Rochelle Keepman, also a passenger on Flight 253, along with her parents and, as I understand it, 2 children that they were adopting. So your entire family was on this plane. Let me ask you first, Rochelle, your feelings now about what Jasper and others did, now that you've had a little time to reflect on what happened.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to Jasper, because you're a hero, and we just, from my family, we're just so thankful that you did what you did, and the other passengers who helped, because your bravery saved us, so thank you. I'm just so grateful right now.
That must feel pretty good, Jasper. Let me ask Rochelle the same thing I asked him, which is, when you shut your eyes, do you relive this, or have you been able to find a certain calm after that storm?
You know, with the children being home and they're seeing snow for the first time and just so many new things, our focus right now is just on the fact that we're here and we're able to live these moments with them. So I can't say I've necessarily relived it. However, I did have a connecting flight after the flight from Amsterdam to Detroit, and at that moment, I definitely relived.
That must be just a very nerve-wracking, I imagine, to have to get on a plane again. But you are with us tonight, for which we are grateful. You also saw something strange happen when the fire started and everyone raced for him. What was it that you observed?
Well, as this was all going on, I just happened to look over, and about 10 seats ahead of me to the left-hand side was a man who had a camcorder, and he was filming the entire thing. So it was definitely a little out of the ordinary. I mean, I don't know why. He was standing up, and we were supposed to be seated, and he was filming it. So
we ought to just tell everybody that Gene Meserve has reported tonight that the FBI says it has analyzed a number of videotapes that were shot by passengers on that flight, and none has proven particularly useful to the investigation. Nonetheless, there is a lot of commotion and someone is filming it, although in this day and age, I suppose we probably shouldn't be too surprised since everything shows up somewhere eventually. So let me ask you, Jesper, as you kind of look back, have you thought about, okay, take another flight? And have you talked to any relatives? They must see that you have gotten some fame.
Well, I've definitely talking to my family. And I think we're, like Rochelle, I think we're just very happy that we're all still alive and that we're living for another day. Of course, for everybody, it's quite a big shock that a person like that tries to take out our lives, and that's just just unimaginable. And so yeah, my family is very happy that that I'm still here, and that we can see each other more.
Probably more focused on the fact that they can talk to you now than the fact that you helped wrestle this man to the ground. Let me ask you, because so many little bits and pieces are coming out now, in particular the photos, I don't know if you've seen them, of the underwear where he had strapped in, you can see it there if you're looking at a monitor, where he had strapped in the explosives. Do you have any reactions when you see this story? I mean, does it seem surreal to you as you look at that, Jesper?
Yeah, it does actually, because I just saw the device for the first time actually, and so I was trying to, when I was interrogated by the FBI, I was trying to think what I was actually holding, because like it was very fake. I just but it was like what the actual object is, and but it all happened so fast. It's just like everything just happened in a blink of an eye. So. But yeah, it's quite scary to hold a bomb in your hands. It's not something you do every day.
Ricky, what did you think about the security in Amsterdam? You've had time to reflect on that too. Do you now look back and say, how did this guy get on, and sort of gone through in your head what you had to go through to get on the plane?
Yes, well, unfortunately, when I thought back, we were talking about it, my family and I, and the security was nothing compared to how it is in the United States. We walked through and did not have to take our shoes off. Also, my mother had a water bottle in her bag that she had completely forgotten about, and it went right through, and we didn't realize it until we were on the plane.
Ricky, we are totally out of time. I'm so sorry, because both of your stories are fascinating. We're going to have to let you go, but thank you so much. Thanks, Larry, for letting me sit in tonight. It is time now for Erica Hill, NAC 360.